Despite the Army Chief General Bikram Singh's tough talk on Pakistan over the ceasefire violations on the LOC, the government looks in no mood to indulge in confrontation with Islamabad. Downplaying the Army Chief's warning to Pakistan, External Affairs Minister Salman Khurshid has said that the government doesn't want the peace process to get derailed. Khurshid, who's on a two-day official visit to Bhutan, said that the assessments of what has happened on the LOC can only be received from the army, but the decision about dealing with Islamabad will be taken by the government only.
We got to retaliate to provocation, to firing in a measured manner and for effect. We will uphold the ceasefire as long as the adversary upholds it. But we shall not be passive to be fired at. And therefore, when we are fired at, when we are provoked, we shall respond.
We have said this. We've conveyed this to the government of Pakistan. Yes, we haven't had a satisfactory response thus far, but I don't think that it's very sensible or useful to put timelines on an adequate response. We need to keep working and make sure that at the same time that this does not become a cause for some irretrievable damage to the peace process.
Well, there clearly seems to be difference of opinion between the government and army on the issue of dealing with Pakistan. On Monday, the Army Chief General Bikram Singh, in a blunt message to Islamabad, said that Indian forces will retaliate if provoked by Pakistan. General Singh claimed that the Pakistani attacks on the two Indian soldiers were pre-planned. The Army Chief even asked the military commanders to maintain an aggressive stand and assured them that they have the backing of the army hierarchy. On the other hand, the government says it has invested a lot in the peace process and it doesn't want further escalation of tension with Pakistan.
We got to retaliate to provocation, to firing in a measured manner and for effect. We will uphold the ceasefire as long as the adversary upholds it. But we shall not be passive to be fired at. And therefore, when we are fired at, when we are provoked, we shall respond.
We have said this. We've conveyed this to the government of Pakistan. Yes, we haven't had a satisfactory response thus far, but I don't think that it's very sensible or useful to put timelines on an adequate response. We need to keep working and make sure that at the same time that this does not become a cause for some irretrievable damage to the peace process.
But as far as I'm concerned, this is an operation to be dealt with by the army. On the line of control, as per the existing SOPs, as per the rules of engagement, in a professional manner, at a place that I was choosing. And I brought up earlier, as far as the onslaught is concerned, fire or provocation, nothing replied.
The decision about how we proceed, at what pace, in what manner, etc., is obviously a decision that is taken by the government.
The act, it defies all logic. It's against the very principles and rules of engagement. It is against the very ethics of soldiering and professionalism.
We are of the view that enormous investment has been made in the peace process. We are today still committed, and we are trying the best that we can do to ensure that peace is not derailed, certainly not derailed beyond the extent to which we have seen it getting derailed.
Well, even as the BJP ups the ante against the government on the issue of New Delhi's policy in Pakistan, the Prime Minister has finally reached out to the opposition party. Prime Minister Salman Khurshid on Monday spoke to senior BJP leaders Arun Jaitley and Sushma Swaraj on the phone and assured them that the opposition would be kept in the loop over the situation arising out of the growing tension on the LOC. The Prime Minister informed them that the NSA, Shiv Shankar Menon, would brief them today on the situation and the measures taken by the government to deal with the ceasefire violations by Pakistani troops in the LOC. The NSA is likely to meet the senior BJP leaders at 10 o'clock this morning. Since the flare-up on LOC last week, the BJP has been very critical of the government and charged it with being weak in dealing with Pakistan. On Monday, Sushma Swaraj met the martyr Lance Naik Hemraj Singh's family in Mathura and said that if Pakistan failed to return the severed head of the martyr, then India should get 10 heads from the other side.
जो घटना घटी है, उसका बदला भी पाकिस्तान से ले। आज देश ये मांग कर रहा है कि हम कमजोर सरकार साबित ना हो, कि देखिए अगर ये सिर नहीं आए तो उनके तो 10 सिर आए।
Well, the Prime Minister's bid to reach out to the BJP is being seen as a move to diffuse pressure on the government. It's also an attempt to blunt the BJP's attack on the government. The big question then, is the Prime Minister trying to get the BJP on board to ease mounting pressure on his government to act?